When I was 21 years old, my brother Scott and I decided to start a business together. And Scott was a lot older and wiser and had a lot more experience than me. He was 22. But we were really go-getters, and by the time I was 25, that business did about $10 million in revenue. And last year, at the age of 28, our business did over $20 million in revenue. The number one key to you being successful in business and in life is your ability to relate to and get along with other people. If you want to really connect with people, then focus on being interested, not interesting. I think you should love what you do, because it's just a solid business principle that people who enjoy what they do, they excel at it. You know, I'm excited to be here. I love doing this. I love the opportunity that I get to share my thoughts and my stories and my ideas with you. I was talking to my wife about that the other day, and I said, would you have ever imagined in your wildest dreams that I'd be able to do this all around the world? She got a little smile on her face, and she said, and Ty, in my wildest dreams, you don't even show up. And I thought, okay. Now, as we talk about leadership, I want everybody to raise their right hand. Raise it up in the air. Now, everybody take your pointer finger and your thumb and make an okay sign. Now slowly bring it down to your face, and as you do, you see that circle that you've created, come down and put it onto your cheek. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? I said cheek, but I put it on my chin. And do you realize that the majority of everybody sitting here, they did what I did and not what I said? Okay? That's a leadership principle. How many of you would like to have more influence in the future than you ever had in the past? If you would, raise your hand and say absolutely. Absolutely. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. How many of you would like to have more income in the future than you ever had in the past? If you would, say absolutely. Absolutely. I like it. How many of you would like to make a bigger impact in people's lives in the future than you ever made in the past? If you would, say absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, did you guys notice that you were the loudest on the income question? That's pretty typical, and that's okay. I don't mind speaking to a shallow audience. We're going to be okay tonight. But I learned an incredible lesson at Nationals. When I finished that presentation, the head judge handed me his business card, and he said, you know, I'd love to help you get started in business. Give me a call. And I kind of laughed, and I said, thank you, I appreciate that, but this was just a competition. I'm not planning on doing that. And then he taught me something that I've never forgotten. He said, I've always found that I get my highest return on investment when I invest in people, and I want to invest in you. Now think about that for just a minute, because that's an incredible lesson. If you want to build the people business, you need to start by investing in people. So the question is, who are you investing in? And when I say investing, I don't mean financially, because when you invest in people, you invest so much more. You invest your time, your energy, your emotion, your care, your understanding. You invest yourself. One of my favorite sayings is, if you want 1 year of happiness, grow grain. If you want 10 years of happiness, grow trees. If you want 100 years of happiness, grow people. In the early 1900s, there was a man named Michael Downing. He was 14 years old. He was riding on the back of a wagon in a snowstorm. He fell off of the wagon, and by the time his parents realized he was missing, he had severe frostbite. The frostbite was so bad that they had to amputate both of his legs, his right arm at the shoulder and his left hand at the wrist. But for whatever reason, Michael Downing had the ability to look past his circumstances, and with prosthetic limbs, he went on to pursue a successful life. He graduated from college, he was married, he had 5 kids, and he had a successful career culminating by climbing the corporate ladder until he became the president of a successful bank. Pretty amazing when you think about it. At the end of World War II, Michael Downing was asked to go to Germany and speak to a group of wounded soldiers. And as he made the trip over there, he entered the room and he started to look around. And he saw these soldiers laying there who had been shot. Some of them were amputees like him that had just lost all hope and desire, and he empathized with them because he knew what they were going through. And he started his speech by saying, "Anything is possible. I want you to dream big dreams because you have a bright future ahead of you and the potential to achieve anything that you desire." And the soldiers weren't in good spirits, and they started to boo him. And the booing got so severe that he stopped. And he sat down until the booing stopped. And he took his right leg off and he put it on the floor. And he took his left leg off and he put it on the floor. And he took off his right arm and he removed his left hand. And sitting there, a stump of a man, he started over. And he said, "Anything is possible. I want you to dream big dreams because you have a bright future ahead of you and the potential to achieve anything that you desire." Now, I have to imagine that that was the most inspiring speech that's ever been given. And his message is what I want to leave you with tonight. Anything is possible. Dream big dreams because you have a bright future ahead of you and the potential to achieve anything that you desire. Thank you very much.